Ladies and gentlemen, we gather here today to review the Reolink TrackMix LTE dual 4K camera. Will its mere presence on the Homestead help us to detour and/or identify these gangs of chemically enhanced individual marauders who are seemingly hell-bent on stealing your stuff and selling it on Facebook Marketplace? How easy is it to set up?
And it has 2 cameras.
How high a quality is the picture?
Maybe that means it shoots in 3D.
We're going to answer all those questions today on another episode of...
If you're living in the woods and you're upsetting your wife, bum, 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 bum. These are on-grid things for off-grid life. Bim, 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 bim.
So this is actually our second Reolink camera. And we learned from our first one, if you want to be able to play back footage, you gotta put a micro SD card in it. Get yourself a good one. It's 4K, so you want to get a fast one. And this way, you can actually use the footage that you take.
This is the package that comes with the solar panel. If you're going to be off-grid using a device like this, you ought to just get the solar panel. It doesn't draw additional power from your solar array, and you can put it pretty much anywhere on the property, and it'll power itself.
Now, one thing I was super impressed with on the first Reolink camera that we had was the video quality. And being a content creator, like I plan on actually using some of this content or some of this footage in content, which having the micro SD card in there allows you to do. Sweet.
This one does actually come with a SIM card so that you can hook up a cell service to it. If you have cell service on your property, that's great. It comes with 100 megabytes of free data transfer. So if you're not really checking your camera all that much, the free cell plan will actually work for you.
I think we should try to get this up as high as we possibly can. That way we have like as big of a bird's eye view as possible. I don't think we need to worry about aerial attacks, but I want to see as much ground as I possibly can on this. Now, the other thing that I learned from the first camera is you need to get it powered up and then do all of the downloading of the app, scanning the QR code and everything before you put it in a position where it would be hard to do that from. So we're going to do that down here on the ground. Stick this out on the side.
You do have to open up the little 2-screw secure section to be able to turn the camera on and put the SIM card in the SIM card tray. Otherwise, when you open up the app to try and scan the code, it will not read that the camera is there. So make sure you do that step.
So I didn't see one of these little tools in the package anywhere. But, you know, we kept the boxes from our last cell phones and one was in there. So you need one of these, or I believe like a sewing needle would also work. It pops this open for the SIM. Now I'd probably recommend having somebody who doesn't have big old sausage fingers do this part, but you know. There we go. Nano. Look at that. Did you ever think in a million years I'd be able to do that with these precision instruments? So anyway, I think we should put this up as high as we can possibly get it. So I'm thinking like halfway or 3/4 of the way up this tower will give us like an eagle eye view.
Did I mention I don't like heights?
And I am deathly afraid of heights.
I think I mentioned that. I think I did say that, didn't I?
At least it's attached to the ground with ratchet straps, the strongest ground attaching device known to man.
It's less of a I don't like it and more of a crippling fear.
Let's get to it. Maximum effort.
So about 3 years ago, almost exactly to the day, we got robbed. And they took basically everything. Our fifth wheel, 4 slide out, still had a loan on that and the insurance had just lapsed. It was tragic. This is when we moved back from the city back out here to the homestead. And I'll tell you what, we live in a small community, so there's not a lot of these chemically enhanced thieves marauding around during the winters. And had I had a good camera setup, I would have at least been able to identify the folks and maybe even recover a bunch of the things that were stolen. You know, looking from up here, having the camera here is just gonna, we're just gonna see the tops of trees and all of the places that I'd like to get on camera are just gonna be blocked. So, I mean, I'd go up higher, but you know, it's not gonna change anything. All right, plan B. Let's plan B then. So I decided to use the bracket from this old satellite dish that we had that actually came attached to the mobile home when we got that, which, you know, seems like it's probably going to work. It might be a little overkill, but whatever. It's better than underkill. If it'll hold up a satellite dish, it should hold up a camera, right? And I think probably be better to go over here. Now it does come with a bracket that allows you to strap the camera to a pole, like a fence post or what we did up here, and that works pretty well. But I think at some point I will make a bracket with U-bolts and a flat surface that I can actually bolt the camera to, because I think that would just be more secure over time. Thank you. Now, I'll tell you what, having something like this gives me peace of mind when I'm off of the property and Cari and the kids are here by themselves, that I can see what's happening. If I get a notification that some sunken-eyed zombie type is walking up the hill, I'm gonna know about it and I can call her, let her know. We'll know exactly who that person is and be able to turn that information over to the fuzz if we have to. Plus, the video quality is good enough for me to take some still pictures, print them out on flyers, laminate them, and put them up all over the neighborhood, warning the other folks around us of the identity of the person who's probably selling their stuff. Like I said at the beginning, this is our second Reolink camera. These are the cameras that I'm gonna go with going forward so that I don't have to have multiple apps and everything else. And the quality for the price of these particular cameras, it really can't be beat by anybody. So if you're interested in getting a set for yourself, follow the link in the description or in our bio and go check them out. This might be the exact thing you need to help yourself feel safe from the impending zombie apocalypse. Once again, this has been, and I'll catch you in the next one.